Snettertons farm, pretty much picking up where we left off here from last episode. I did do a little bit of work, namely getting the animals fed, so they're now all happy here again. Otherwise, they were quite unhappy their last episode, so went ahead and got them all filled up, food, water, straw, everything else cleaned up, all that good stuff. Anyway, pretty sure I hired a worker to start fertilizing this field here last episode, or maybe it was while I was feeding the animals I did that. I don't remember exactly when I did it, but looking at the map here, I noticed, back to the map here, yeah, he did a little section. I guess we're kind of covering. He did like a little section, turned around and decided to quit. So let's maybe do this with courseplay. See if that's any more reliable. Let's see, starting location, we'll do the northeast. Starting direction, we'll go south. We do a headland? Yeah, let's maybe throw one headland in. It ain't gonna hurt, I don't think. Generate that. Save that. 32, 24 meter per course. That's it, sort of that right over there. Hopefully this will alleviate our problem with the fertilizer too. It's always quitting on us, and the angles on this field, and it's missing huge pieces. I don't know why I didn't do this before. I probably should have, really. But anyway. And yeah, just to show the field here, courseplay did an excellent job mowing it. You can see just, you know, there's looks like the corners here it missed, but other than that, it fertilized the entire field. Or not fertilized, it mowed the entire field. So, actually, let me turn that back on here so we can actually see. Again, too, you know, the hired worker with the mower and miss sections through here and just quit all the time. So, courseplay for the win there, that's for sure. Definitely did a much, much better job. Anyway, back to harvesting again here this episode. We got sunflowers here. The John Deere 8820 is working on that. Of course, got the 4840 and 4960 running the carts and the J&M gravity wagon there. And then we got, and back around here, we got the versatile. Maybe our John Deere has insulted the versatile and pushed him out of the way a little bit, maybe. Maybe I should bump that up just a little bit more here. 8.2, make it 8.5. I don't know why we're having to sit here manually adjusting courseplay here all the time for the pipe distances. Courseplay is usually pretty good about that, but yeah, it seems like we've been having to adjust that a lot lately to get it to the right position. Anyway, it is working, looks like. We have a truck over here too, right? No, we do not. So I should probably have a truck. Forget what we used last time. Do we have a course for this? I think we do. Let's see what's our field. 20 overload truck. So I do have a truck course. I don't remember what I used last time though. So let's just we'll grab this one. Awesome, the water setup working great for the cows there. The one thing they were not short on, they still had plenty of water yet. I haven't done that setup with the pigs or the sheep, just we don't really have that many sheep or pigs, so I didn't really see the need to do that for them. But seeing how we got just under 90, or is it 90 cows now? 89? 89 cows. What's the reproduction rate? They don't have one. Okay. So one thing I noticed here with the seasons mod, it doesn't seem like animals reproduce very quickly. Seems like that's something that should be fixed. You know, like every season, you should be able to increase your animals by quite a bit. At least that's the way it seems like it should be to me anyway. And let's just maybe figure roughly, let's say you got a half beef, half milking operation here. You can maybe half your animals would reproduce every season in the game, roughly. Or, you know, we could decrease that a little bit and then say a third of them. So every season we should be able to add another third to our herd. It seems like that seems like it'd be a little more realistic to me anyway. But whatever. But yeah, like I said, it seems like they reproduce really slowly here with the seasons mod. Back to pigs. Oh, we got 7. So in the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I think it's actually been 3 seasons. We have gained 2 pigs. I think 2 pigs. We now got a total of 7. I think we had 5 before. Of course, for those who remember the first season there, we lost basically half our pigs. Okay, we'll field 20 course here. So yeah, our pigs the first year there didn't do so well. And they really haven't done that well ever since. I mean, I do keep them pretty well fed. They're definitely not always constantly full, obviously, but they are almost always fed. You know, they might be missing an item or two every now and then, depending on how you fast forward time. Like this time in round 2, when I fast forwarded time, I don't quite understand this, but they were out of straw, corn, and wheat and barley, those 3 items, but they had full on canola and potatoes. They were full on those. I don't know why, but I thought that was weird. I don't know if they don't use the items evenly or how that works with a farming simulator here, but yeah, I just thought that was a bit odd. Okay, shall we get some more combines going? I think we should. The New Holland TR99s, and that one's a 98. And like I said, I just left them down here. I want any more lag up on the main farm if I can help it. And also, like I mentioned there last episode, my plans for the next few episodes here of Farming Simulator, we're going to stick solely with Snettertons farm here, single player. I'll still be live streaming multiplayer yet, so we'll still be doing multiplayer, but I'll just be sticking with live streaming that. And then once the Platinum DLC comes out, we plan on putting that on the multiplayer server. And then I'll probably, for a couple days straight, we'll do Platinum DLC and nothing else. And then we'll see once after we're done with that where we're going to go from there, but that's kind of the plan at this point. And yeah, I'm kind of curious as to why this field, you know, field 19 is soybeans here, is ready to harvest, and 4 is not. I think that was 4 actually. No, 4 was planted a couple days later. Okay, that is why. I forgot about that. That's right. We put oats on field 4. So field 4 was planted 1 or 2 days later, I believe. That is why. Forgot about that. I was kind of wondering, like, why is my other soybean fields not ready? And that's because we planted it a couple days later there. We tried oats and it did not work. Okay, let's, we're not going to have another grain cart. And I don't know if we want to buy another one, really. We got some J&M gravity wagons we could probably use. And maybe a tractor to run them with. How about a New Holland? Seems how we got a New Holland harvester down there. New Holland T7. I don't know why, it seems like such a narrow tractor when you look at it from the rear like this. I'll just say though, I do like the look of the T7 here. It's a nice looking tractor if you ask me. Go. I don't think courseplay will work well with 2 gravity wagons, so we'll just pull 1 here. Ooh, that corn actually looks like it's ready for chopping there. I think I mentioned this. I do want to chop some more, so we might maybe chop one of those 2 fields. Want to save a couple in there too for harvesting with the corn picker, at least one of them anyway. Might chop the other one. We'll have to see once there. think we have a course for this field, do we? Field 19. Oh, we do. Overload truck. Okay. We're going to use the overload truck. I apparently do have an overload course for this. I don't have an overloader available at the moment. But what we can do, we can use this exact same course. It doesn't start on the field, so that is a problem. What we can do instead is set you to manual and then select the TR98, or 99. TR99 in this case. And that should work for this. Okay then, we got, what, 3 combines running, a couple grain carts, couple gravity wagons, couple trucks, mower. No, the mower finished. That's right, the mower is finished. We got a fertilizer going. And speaking of the mower being finished, we probably can actually start windrowing it. That would be a good idea. Do I have a tractor down here? I do not. I do have a windrower down here, but not a tractor to run said windrower. What tractor should we put down here for that? Oh, what tractor should we use for that here? Oh, we got the Fendt. Yeah, the Fendt might be a good choice. Let's grab the Fendt. We got an issue there we'll have to sort out here in a few moments. Plan on baling that field, by the way. I think we're going to try that this time, do some silage bales again. I'm just going to leave this up here for now. We got plenty of tractors around. There's no doubt about that. Just having them in the right spot here. And probably the quickest way to go this way, I suppose, to get to the field here. And we'll read a few comments here a moment. And, we'll start off with one from Thomas in the console here. This is going to kill me to admit it, but here goes. I agree with the PC player. Whoa. And Thomas must have a fever or something here. But he was saying this is a fun map and a challenge of the competition does make the game have more purpose and gives the gameplay a bit more meaning. And he says, that said, consoles suck. I may have interpreted that last bit there for him a bit. Okay, almost to the hayfield here. Oh, good, he finished fertilizing. I think we should maybe take a quick look at the map here once we're starting the windrowing here. Speaking of which, we should have a courseplay course for that. Let's see what's here. 19.4 meter course. And first waypoint. On YouTube was saying, I don't think I've said this before, but make very awesome videos, and you have very nice commentary to go with them too. Well, thank you very much for that. That's a drive course. And we'll stop you. And how did you do on the fertilizing here? Look at that. Again, other than maybe a little bit in the corners, courseplay definitely covered the entire field. We didn't have to go fix them a couple times, tell them to restart. Good job, courseplay. I know I sometimes give courseplay a hard time, but there are things it does work good for. So like this odd-shaped fields fertilizing works pretty good for this. Even the mowing worked great for that. Funny large blob of grass there. Not sure what's up with that. Okay, there we go. What are we doing over here now? You're stuck being derpy. What was I just saying about courseplay being fairly good? Forget when I said that. Apparently we need to set you up even further yet. My goodness. 9.2. We'll set you way out. Yeah, what is up with this in courseplay? Did they, wonder if they messed something up here with the recent updates? It doesn't seem to properly detect how far out it needs to be anymore. Or maybe just the headers, I don't know. Something with the headers on the combines, maybe. We aren't using in-game combines here, obviously, so that might affect it, obviously. Kentucky Farmer was saying you should have had courseplay emptying the forage wagons and then bringing them back to you. You could do that if you wanted to, I suppose. You would still have to manually hook them up, though, because, you know, courseplay obviously doesn't have a way of doing that. Also, I don't remember if courseplay properly worked with those forage wagons. I think they did, but I'm not sure on that. And even, you know, with that, I mean, it's not that far of a drive there from field 9 to the cows there, so it's like, yeah, we can do that ourselves. Probably take longer to set up a courseplay course than just to drive it. Okay, should be good. Shouldn't take long to harvest this field from the looks of it here. We do have one more combine left yet, 98. I'd like to take that over to field 7. Why don't we do that? We got one more grain cart, or not grain cart, gravity wagon yet. Let's see what's here. Easiest way we're going to get to that field. Leave the header on? Yeah, I'm going to have to take the header off, aren't I? There we go. Invisible hitch on the New Holland here. John Deere has the same thing too, by the way, invisible hitch. At least it lets you connect it, though. Shane was saying, thanks for the advice for the steering wheel and nice video. Thank you very much for that. And for those of you wondering, I do quite often get asked, you know, hey, what steering wheel should I get for this game if I'm going to get a steering wheel? Which one would I recommend? Well, I typically recommend the Farming Simulator steering wheel. If that's solely what you're going to use it for, I think about the best thing you can get for this game is the Farming Simulator steering wheel. And not that it's the best steering wheel out there, I think it's just the best one for this game. It's got all the buttons and the side, at least if you get it with a side panel anyway. And it comes all configured for Farming Simulator here. It works pretty much flawlessly, I would say, with Farming Simulator. Definitely not something you're going to get if you get a different wheel. You're probably going to have to do some configurations, set up some buttons. It's going to be a lot more work. And then as well with that, very few wheels out there have enough buttons on it for Farming Simulator. There's a lot of controls in Farming Simulator, so kind of the advantage of the side panel there. You got a lot of buttons to configure if you want to. They do come all pre-configured, by the way, so you don't have to sit here changing them or anything, but if you wanted to, you could. Oh, he's almost done. We'll move on to the next field then, once this one's done. Hi, it's me saying hello. Okay, one more tractor here. Who do we have? How about the case? Yeah, we can use the case. That'll work. We'll put you on our last J&M wagon here. After we destroy the hitch by riding over it. We'll throw saying we have a Sterling with a tandem trailer and a Peterbilt and International on a 40-foot Wilson trailer, along with a Mack on a tandem trailer. Interesting. Don't think I have a course for this field over here at all. Actually, is there yeah, I don't think I have a course for 6 or 7 here. Or do I? Let's find out in a moment. I do not. Okay, so we're going to need courses 4, 6, and 7 here. Obviously, sunflowers. Let's go on the other field there. We'll get that one on that. And we'll just go ahead and create a basic unload course here for field 7. That should be good enough. Unless we want to set it up as a grain cart course. I suppose we could do that. And then just do like we did on field 19 there. That way if we do want to run grain cart, it is set up for it. Yeah, that actually seems like a good idea. Why don't we do that? We'll just start you about the same spot that John Deere sitting on the opposite side is. How about right in there? Our course recording. This case is going to have a good pull up the hill with a full load. Belching black smoke already. I think it's got a load on that gravity wagon. I suppose if it can't make it, we got some real horsepower there that we can pull it with. And Schupel, probably did not pronounce your name right, but was asking, have you had any issues with the gates not wanting to open since the update? Yes, I have. And again, this applies to any map that has gates like what Snettertons has on it here. They were broken since the last update there. There is a mod out to fix that. Also, if you're relatively good with scripting, you can fix it that way as well. For those who are not, there is a mod out there to fix it. Again, it is in my mod list under the scripts section, and as of at least right now, it is the very last one in the scripts section of mods there, which is at the very top of the mod list, by the way. KJ was saying, stop the video the moment you drove through the field and mention the trailer capacity mod. Some lives matter. Yes, on the multiplayer server, we definitely do have a little bit more unrealistic mods. And like I mentioned, as far as driving through the fields go, we could have driven around the outside of the edge of the field and made it more realistic. But when you folks really want to wait 20 minutes while I drove around the outside edge of the field. Let's save this here, field 7. Overload truck. Even though, again, we're on a tractor here, I realize that. I'm going to call it the truck course because that's just how I've done my naming of these courses. So, and then I'm going to set you to 98. Nice. Long trailer. You to regular mode. There we go. Much better. Are you... pathfinding is deactivated. Okay, that's why he's driving through the field. Like I say, you turn off pathfinding, it kind of deactivates the realism part of courseplay there, but it's also much more efficient. So, kind of a toss-up there how you want to go about it. Okay, you are finished. Nice. Moving on to the next field here. Benjamin is asking, where do you get the grain you start the map with? I can't find it. Well, this depends on what level of difficulty you start with, too. I think that varies on how much grain you start a map with. But it's typically always in the silo. So, like on Snettertons here, it's in the main farm silo. I don't think we actually have any of the starter grain left, I don't think. Unless there's... No, we did clean out the potatoes and sugar beets. Interesting. Looking at that symbol there, of course, for those of you wondering. Yeah, so I think we cleaned out all the starter grains in the silos here. They were in the main farm silo. And at least on most maps, that's where you're going to find them. Hello, Leaf was saying, I think it was getting stuck on chopped straw because you were chopping the corn and not combining it. That is what I'm wondering. That must be a bug there with either that chopper. Maybe that chopper's not supposed to put down chopped straw. Or maybe the chopped straw just doesn't support it with the chopper. I don't know. But yeah, again, for those of you who watched a couple episodes ago there, after I started chopping field 9 there, using the small tow behind Massey Ferguson chopper, I was unable to load my save game. And bringing up the developer mode here, I noticed it was getting stuck on chopped straw. And it was just sitting there. It wasn't moving any further. You know, I let it go for a couple minutes. Well, maybe it's still loading. Never did load. Never did get an actual error message either. It was just sitting on the chopped straw, loading the chopped straw mod, and wouldn't go any further. So I took that mod out, back in business. Obviously, we don't have the chopped straw at the moment, which, yeah, fine. I don't really need that mod if you ask me. I mean, it's kind of cool in some ways, but if we don't have it, oh well. Probably a little better on the frame rate without it, to be honest. Okay. Let's stop you, unload that course, and move the course to the next field. Magnus was asking, do you know if the mod author for the John Deere Old Iron is going to put more detail in the tractors? I have no idea, nor do I know who the mod author for the Old Iron equipment is. And I'm assuming with the amount of Old Iron equipment, there's probably more than one mod author. I have my doubts if one mod author did all of that. If he did, definitely did a lot of work. And I would have to agree, well, most of the, or well, some of the equipment is not the most detailed, but most of it is quite good. Like this 4960 here is perfectly good, I'd say. Or no, is this one? No, this one is not part of the Old Iron. The 4840 is. Like the 4840 here, perfectly good on the detail if you ask me. Again, rear end is probably a little lacking. The detail's there, it just needs a little texturing. Dan was saying, amazing video. Where can I get those forage wagons? The forage wagons or chopper boxes, whatever you folks want to call them, are in the mod list. And again, there is, we got the John Deere ones, the Miller ones. There's a Horsch one as well, I believe, and an H&S. I don't think I have that one active at the moment. What happened, I added that to the game, And then I went to load the game. The game would not load. So, oh, well, maybe there's something wrong with that mod. I took it back out again. Again, that turned out to be the chopped straw mod, not that one. So I don't think I put it back in yet. Jason was saying the Massey Ferguson Old Iron is now available on the FS mods under tractors. The Massey Ferguson pack has been available on the mod hub for a long time now. Like many months, so. Night Wolf was saying, I don't think it's so much the chop straw as it is the seasons mod with the chop straw, which makes sense. Let's see. Sneak past here. We can't just. The course recorded for this gravity wagon here first. Given the amount of space we have here, I think we're going to kind of actually start this one on the field. Oh. Let's see, let's go a little bit further here. How about like in here somewhere? I know a bad spot on the hill, but kind of where we're going to have it for course play to work properly here, I think. Ooh, is course play going to make that turn? I don't like it. Don't like it. We're going to start the course even further out then. There we go. We'll go with that. Thomas was saying, yes, the consoles have the same thing with the Massey Ferguson chopper, the end piece being upside down like that. So interesting to know. Why the mod authors got it on upside down like that? Kind of weird. Jeffrey was saying on Drummer Farms I should humor McConsole and buy the McConsole silo. We call it that because it's the only placeable silo he can get, or at least it was. And for those who don't know what silo he's talking about there, it's a silo that holds pretty much all the things needed for cows. It'll hold straw, grass, hay. It can hold silage too. I think it even holds mixed rations, if I remember correctly. So kind of everything you need for the cows. I considered using it on Drummered, and I actually was going to use it. But then, one, Thomas used it, so I was like, well, we'll try something different on the PC. And then two, it's like it doesn't hold grains, and just in case I want to store grains down at the cows there, I do have the ability to do so. So that's why I went with the Silo King. And at least, as far as a little bit more maybe American style, I would say the Silo King looks maybe a little more American. The steel bin. Game Boy was saying hi. Planet was saying good video. JD Power was saying, going red is the worst decision a farmer could ever make. Okay then. We're probably lined up pretty good there. We'll stop. Save as. So this is number 6, field 6. Drive course. And then we'll create the grain cart course for this here. Again, with the grain cart course, you typically want to start back a fair ways here. Doesn't seem like Courseplay likes to listen to the first waypoint, even though this is the first waypoint. Don't quite get that with Courseplay. It's probably going to pick up on that one right there. our waiting point. And then drive away. Kind of did a bad job of lining that one up. We'll see how it goes. The grain cart course is easy enough to recreate, so if we don't get it right, well, we can recreate it. I don't know why drive control shuttle mode is on there. Still, I'm not figuring out why that turns on. Like I've said before, folks, we've got it disabled. We've got it disabled in the mod, so it's disabled at the mod level. So you can configure the drive control mod. We've actually got it disabled within drive control mod. There's also a drive control config for it. That's right in with the options for Farming Simulator, and you can turn on and off, you know, the different features of drive control. We also have it disabled there, and somehow the shuttle still turns on every now and then. I don't know how. Weird. Anyway, not the end of the world. Just got to disable it again, or if you like it, you can leave it enabled, I guess. But at least playing with the keyboard or the Farming Simulator steering wheel, I don't particularly like it. Back when I had, well, I still have the Logitech G27. Then I did use it. It was kind of cool for that. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like we're getting quite over on time here, so I think we'll have to wrap it up for this episode. We'll probably come back next episode, maybe start baling and get some more harvesting done. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.